Buying the house. So I don't mean you just activated your robot though. If you do not have an activated robot, that's what I meant by new. You do not have an activated robot. So Tuba, you do not have an activated robot. You're welcome. Do you have any other person in the house? You do not have an activated robot. Please type me on the chat box. You do not have an activated robot, please type me on the chat box so that we can do a brief introduction about how we earn money from this amazing business. I also do welcome you. But I believe we do not have any other person. We have only one person that is new. Please, like I said, try as much as possible to invite people. Bring at least one person to the Zoom meeting. Before we get started, if you are listening to us from YouTube and you like to get started, you like what you hear, and you like to join and start making money, start earning money in dollars, all you have to do is just click the link in our bio and we'll guide you on how to get started on the step-by-step process. You're listening to us from our YouTube channel and you will love to get started. There's a link in our bio. Just click the link and it will direct you to our WhatsApp and we'll guide you on how to get started. My name is Oshari. As usual, I'm your host. I'm a V3 rank in Royalq. I also do have my co-host here, Leader George, which is going to be taking us on today's topic and also doing the brief introduction on what Royalq is about. Leader George is a V4 rank in Royalq. So I'd like to welcome Leader George to take it. Welcome, Leader George. Good evening.
Good evening, all. You're all welcome to today's Zoom. Where we'll be talking about this wonderful business, this opportunity that if you take serious, it's definitely going to change your lifestyle for good.
Hi, sorry,
Financially.
Leader George. I don't know if it's from my end, but you are not really audible enough. So please
Hello,
go
can you hear
ahead.
me? Can you hear me?
Yeah,
Can
go
you hear
ahead,
me
please.
now? Huh?
Go ahead, please.
Okay. So we don't have, do we have any, like we don't have any new?
We do
Okay.
have, I think we have Tumba. Tumba, you're welcome. And we do have Daniel. Daniel do not have an activated robot. So yeah, we do have new members.
Okay, so I'm going to explain what Royalq means in layman's term. Royalq is an Royalq is an artificial intelligence robot. That is an AI robot. It helps us to trade cryptocurrency in the market, in the financial market. We all know cryptocurrency, they are digital assets, and they are the next level of currency. They are the next level of money. Let me put it like that. They are the next level of money, crypto. That's why you hear today, government is fighting crypto to know what they are selling it. That is how it will continue until they come to realize that crypto is here to stay. So what this robot help us do? It help us to buy crypto. Then when it's high, it will sell. But crypto has this lifestyle of going up and down. The price it reduce it, increase it, reduce it, increase it. So that's why we are using this AI robot to help us buy when it reduces and help us sell when it increases and gives us profits. It's a plain business. That is why you are supposed to activate it for 1 year with $120. Take it as being that payment is for 1 year, is for your shop rent, for you to do business in your shop. So in your Royalq, the $120 is for you to rent the robots to work for you for 1 year. Meaning that you can have a trade running for you, one trade running for you for 1 year on autopilot, on cycle. The robots will continue buying when the coin is down and selling when the coin is up, making you profit. The main essence of doing Royalq is to make profit. So whether the trade, you might start a trade and the trade might last for 1 month, 2 months, 3 months, 4 months, 5 months. But all what the robot does is it buys when it's low, sells when it's high, gives you profits. Then we have also modes of trading the robots. You can instruct the robots to trade a coin for you just once. Okay, this product, I just want to trade it once. Buy, once you sell, don't buy it again. So these are some of the functions we have in Royalq that you can instruct the robots to help you trade. So what the robot will continue, if you put it on autopilot, once people goes down, the robot will buy more quantity for you. Once people start increasing, the robot will sell. Now, if you get to a point that your robot, the coin you are trading, the crypto your robot is trading for you, might reduce below what your robot can buy. In the business, it will not require you to expand your business. Expand your trading capital means you will be expected to increase your trading capital. That is to add more USDT to your exchange. In Royalq, the beauty of Royalq is that our capital is not with Royalq. Our capital stays with us in our exchange. Be it Binance, Coin, Huobi, KuCoin, Bybit, Indodat, and the rest. That we have up to 7 exchanges. You can keep your trading capital. So the robot, we only connect the robot to our exchanges, giving it only 2 permissions. Permission number 1 is for the robot to be able to see the market, read the market, so that if we know when the trade is trading for you is going down, so that it can buy more, so that it will know when the trade is trading for you is going up, so it can sell and give you profit. Both your capital and your profit stays in your exchange. Now, someone will ask me, how do I withdraw? Do I wait for 1 month before I withdraw? Will I wait for 1 week before I withdraw? In Royalq, as far as you're a trader, there's nothing like withdrawal. Do you understand? You have bought products inside the hub. So how will you withdraw money? You know? When you need money, you sell your product and you get money. A businessman inside his shop selling bags of rice, you're not telling him to withdraw money. His money is already in capital. If he needs money, it takes from the profit he's making from the shop. So nothing like withdrawal in Royalq as a trader. This is not a Ponzi scheme. It's a full-time business. It's just like you operating a provision store. You don't withdraw inside your provision store. If you need money, you sell your profits. You take from your profits. So that is what we enjoy in Royalq. So there's nothing like they are doing maintenance for your withdrawal. No, you don't withdraw as a trader in Royalq. When you need money, you sell for your profits. You just swap USDT to Naira, and you have your Naira with you. Now, in the process of this, the robot operating the business for you inside your shop, the robot will be consuming some fuel fees. So that fuel fees you are supposed to prove. Since the robot does not have access to withdraw from your capital in your exchange, you are supposed to provide some gas fees. We call them the gas fees, and call them fuel fees, just fees that the robot will use to sustain itself. And that fee, you keep it in your robot. That's the only money you keep in your robot's account. small fraction. But that money should not be lesser than $2. Anytime it goes below $2, the robot stops trading for you. Okay, so that is how the business works. The robot continue buying when the coin is down and continue selling when the coin is up. The robot can be trading a particular coin for 1 month, 2 months, 3 months. The fact is that it's making profits for you. It's making some profits for you all through the time. So anytime your robot stop making profits for you, you should know that there's issue. So what you have to do is you need to expand your business, add more trading capital to it, so that the robot can resume buying, selling. If the coin the robot is trading for you is down and you don't have more money to expand your business, the robot will just be idle. The robot works with the flow to cryptocurrency international markets, not Royalq controlling that market. That market is controlled by the crypto community. So what Royalq does is, if the coin is going down, it monitors the market. They know when the price is changing. So if it's going down, it will buy more quantity for you. If it's going up, it will start selling to give you profit. Okay, so virtually that is what we know. Well, that is the definition of Royalq trading. Now, it will not get us to the second part, which is optional. For me, I do call it the oil wear of Royalq. Royalq is like you buying a piece of land that has oil on it. So when after you bought the land, you know, build a shop on the land, and you now start selling bags of rice. You are making profit from your rice, but you have forgotten that you have oil on that land that you have not activated yet. So you can decide to leave the oil there and just focus on your bag of rice trading, your cryptocurrency trading, and you'll be making profits, yes. But you cannot compare the profits made from your bag of rice. Maybe as you are selling 50 bags of rice, you are trading on 50 bags of rice. Your capital is not big. Like you are not trading like 5,000 bags of rice. You are not big because your trading capital is small. But you have an oil well, even with no capital, even with small capital as low as $50, you can activate that oil well free of charge. All you need to do is post post about Royalq on your status. That is the only way to activate that oil well. And once you activate that oil well, whether you trade or not, whether you open your shop to sell bag of rice to trade, whether the robot is trading your crypto for you or not, that oil well you have activated will be giving you passive rewards daily. That is what we call team building. Team building is the oil where I just explained. When you have team under you trading, building their own team, your own team is being built. When profit comes, Royalq shares the information to everybody, as in to shareholders. Once you have activated your oil well in your robot account, you have become Royalq shareholder. So once profit comes, commissions will be shared to all the shareholders. So that's why we say once you activate your oil, there's no way you will not make profit. There's no way you will not make profit once you activate your oil. Okay, so that is it about everything about Royalq, both the ones that are optional. So I don't know if we'll take questions now. For those that are joining us, if you have questions, we can ask before we go into our main topic. Hello. Is there any question? Please, for those joining us today, our newcomers, is there any question on what you just heard? I hope I'm audible enough.
Yes, you're audible. Do we have any questions?
Leader George, you're audible. We can hear you. You're audible.
Okay, the new person, what is the person's name? There's someone person on the chat saying new. Tomba, Tomba, are you still on this chat? Any question? Afunbo Tomba. Yeah. Okay, since we don't have any question, I'm going to share my screen and we'll go into the practical class for today. That is trading, Royalq trading setting, trade setting parameters, what you need to know. Since we have a new set of partners in this business, so I'm going to share my screen and I'll just give a full introduction of. So can you see my screen now?
We can see your screen now.
Okay, so I'll just let me enter the screen. Okay, so we're talking about trade parameters of Royalq app. Okay, so let me go straight to the trade settings. So can you see my screen?
Yes, please go.
Okay, so this is it's just like dashboard. Every robot, be it car, be it airplane, be it AC, be it washing machine, they have their settings where you put some key settings that is giving instruction to the robot. So here in Royalq, this is where you give the robot the instructions for it to start making money for you. This is where you give the instructions telling the robot, okay, what will happen when crypto goes down and what will happen when crypto goes up. Once you set it like this, the robot will continue trading that coin for 1 year with that settings. So the first thing here, if you have started, you will see the smart trades. We don't use the smart trades because we like to give the robot our own settings because everybody have different trade capital. So that is why we are using the manually trades here. So now, they said, let me read this question. The first buy-in amount is calculated according to the currency pair, principal, and trade units. I'm going to explain this. My templates, choose a strategy settings. This is where if you click this choose a strategy settings, it will take you to my strategy settings. These are settings you must have set so that anytime you want to enter it, you don't have to start setting setting the trade settings. You just select the setting you have saved before and you use it. Okay? So that is where if you have saved your settings, this is where you go and call them. And it will appear here. Okay? So the first buy-in amount is what you're telling the robot to start a trade with. And the first buy-in amount automatically has a relationship with the margin calls. Margin calls, I'm going to explain when we get to margin configuration, I will explain margin calls. But just note that first buy-in amount is the money the robot will use to start a trade. Now the open position doubled is okay. We said the first buy-in amount is has have effects on the margin calls. Now you want to use 30 so that your margin calls will work according to 30, but you don't want to start with 30. You will not open double. This double means that you're telling the GoBot that GoBot, instead of you to start with 30, use 60. That is double of this 30. Use double of this 30 to start. But if the robot wants to buy margin, it will calculate the margin based on this first buy-in amount, which is 30. But if the robot wants to start this trade, because of this open position double, it will use ×2 of this first buy to start the trade. Meaning, if you save this setting and start this trade, the robot will use $60 instead of 30. Okay? So I hope we understand the meaning of this open position double. Okay? But if you want your robot to start with what you said, 30 or 20 or 10 or 15 or 50 or 100, don't open the open position double. Don't open it, leave it closed. So the fourth item on the trade settings in Royalq is the AI margin calls. This AI margin calls was recently added to the trade settings. This is when you have a company that they are yet to stay. They have active participation in building and upgrading their system, upgrading their app, so that it will give us good results. So this AI margin calls was added recently. So because of those people that have low capital, for those people that have low capital, in the sense that someone starts trading with, let's say, someone starts trading with $50, the person capital is 50. Now the person, because of the small money, the person can only trade 2 margin calls. So that if the person starts with 20 as the first buy, the person can use $15 for the first buy. The person can use $15 for the first margin calls, and use another $15 for the second margin call. So 15 plus 15 is 30, plus the first buy amount, which is 20. So, and this person the person wants to choose just two margin calls. That's what the person wants to use. Now, this person is going to activate the AI margin call because the person does not have enough margin calls. So what the function of the AI margin calls is that you want to be able to apply its intelligence in buying of the margin calls. I hope we are following. You want to be able to apply its intelligence in buying the margin calls because you don't have plenty margin calls because of your capital is small. The 2 margin calls you have, you don't want the robot to buy it anyhow. If the 2 margin calls you have is maybe the first margin call drop is 3.5 and the second margin call is 4, which is 3.5 plus 4 is 7.5. And sometimes we have coins that can dip up to 30%. You see that if you are not using these AI margin calls and the coin drops to that 30%, your robot will just buy the first and your robot will be idle, to not do anything again. But if you activate this AI margin calls, what the robot will do, before it will buy that first margin, that's your first margin call, it must have studied the market to make sure that the coin is no more going down again. I hope you are following. The AI margin call is the rope, you telling the robot to apply its artificial intelligence in buying the margin calls because you don't have plenty you don't have plenty how will I put it? You don't have plenty margin calls set for the trade. So you now on the AI margin calls because your margin calls you have is very small, maybe one, two. So before your robot will buy the margin, it will delay. It will make sure that that coin that is dropping has dropped to the last and start coming up before it will even buy your first margin. So some people, after they set their margin code like 20, 30, 40, they will not do mistake and on the AI margin. And they will not say, their robot is not buying margin. No, robot will not buy. It's because you own the AI margin. It's waiting before it will buy your margin one. It must confirm that the coin has gone down to the last and starts coming up before it will buy your margin one. So you see, if you have set plenty margin calls, the coin will drop to even supposing it will have bought all your margin calls, but the robot will not buy it because of you have on the margin, the AI margin calls. So that is the fourth label, the fourth field on our trade setting, the manual trade settings of Royalq. So we'll go to the fifth one. The fifth one is the margin call limit. This margin call limit is you telling your robot that this trade I want you to start for me. When there's a drop, we are only going to buy it. We are only going to buy at so and so points. So the margin call limit is you telling the robot that you want to buy only maybe for instance, you want to buy only 7 margin calls, meaning at point 1, at point 2, at point 3, at point 4, at point 5, at point 6, at point 7. These are the points when the coin is going down, be buying at each of the points. So that is what margin call limits are. I will show you how to calculate it later if we still have time. But you know that it works with your capital. Okay, let me just say it since it's very short. If your capital is $100 and I've explained for $50. Yes, when I said you used 20 to start and the many that you divide it into 2, 15, 15. That is how we got the margin call limit to then. So now if your capital is 100 and you start with 20, please, I don't know if anyone is with calculators here. 100 minus 20, if your robot starts out of your 100 free capital, your robot use 20 to start as your first buy amount. 80 will remain. 80 will remain. So it's not left for you. Do you want to use $20 to buy each margin? If you want to use $20 to buy each margin, you do 20 divided by that 80. You get 4. That is, if you want to use 4 margin calls, you divide that $80 by 4. Now, if you want to use 7 margin calls, you divide the 80 by 7. But for me, what I do is that, okay, I want to use $12 to buy each margin. I use $12 to divide the 8. That is how I will get the margin call limit. If I want to use $15 to buy each of the margin, I will do 80 divided by 15. So if, for the purpose of this Zoom, let's say we want to encourage, normally we are encouraging plenty margin calls so that market can crash in a day because of you have plenty margin calls. Your robot will still be making profits for you than someone that don't have enough margin calls. So for the purpose of this Zoom, we are using $100 trade capital. And what will remain is 80. So can someone do 80 divided by 12? 80 divided by 12. So 80 divided by 12 should be 6.6. So that one will make us to put 6 here. But some persons might say, oh, okay, let me use $11 to buy each margin. So if we do 80 divided by 11, we'll get 7. So let's say we want to use $11 to buy each margin. It means that we are going to get $7. So that if the robot drops, if the coin drops to point one, the robot will use $11 from that your 8 to buy more of the coin. If the coin drops again to point two, the robot will go and use another $11 out of that your 80 to buy the point two. So that is how it will be using as far the coin is going down. Now, once the coin starts going up, the robot will start selling all of them on one condition: if your strategy mode is on sub-bin real time settlements. If your strategy mode is on sub-bin real time settlements, I'm going to show you the strategy mode side after this explanation. Okay, so the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. The sixth item on our trade setting, Royalq trade setting, is the whole position take profit ratio. So this is the Royalq robot calculates profit in percentage. So that is why you see this place is the whole position take profit of whole position take profit ratio. So you might say that at this point I want to enter, I want to take 2%. Or this point I want to enter, I want to take 5%, take profit. So even if your money there is $1,000 in the coin, and you change it and you make your whole position take profit by the robot will do 5% of that your trade capital. So that is what we do that is what we set in the whole position take profit ratio. Now the whole position take profit callback is always the default is 0.3 or yeah 0.3. That is the difference. Now okay 0.3, that is the default. Sorry, it's different. That's the default for the whole position take profit callback. So what the callback does is that it's a function of this robot. It's also a function of this robot that makes trading with the robot on. This callback, this whole position callback, it helps us, it helps the robot. It's also an AI function of the robot that helps the robot to make more profit for us or to buy a coin at a best price. Let me take it again. The whole position take profit callback. The callback makes us a particular, if you check, we have like 3 callbacks here. The important one, the whole position take profit ratio callback. Whole position take profit callback. It helps you to make more profits. For instance, you set your whole position take profit ratio to be 2%, meaning that if the coin increased by 2%, the robot should sell and give me profit. Now, what happens if this coin now pops straight to 8%? What will happen if this coin pumps straight to 8%? If you are using manual, you would have sold your coin at 2% because that is what you want. But because of the robot that is handling your trades, and you have your whole position taken, and the coin pumps from 2 to 8, it will record. It will just be recording. It will, how will I put it? Record. It will trigger. It will trigger a sell, but it will not sell yet. That is the callback. It will wait for the coin to retrace by this percentage now. This your take profit callback is callback. It's in percentage 0.3. So if the coins comes from 2% go to 8% immediately, or 9% or 10%, it will be recording that high percent, but it will not sell yet. It will not sell the goods. It will only sell the goods when there is a drop of this, what you have in this your callback. Once there's a callback of, according to this my example, 0.3, once the coin increase to 8 fast and drop by 0.3, that is when this robot will sell this coin. I hope I'm audible enough. If your coin pumps well, the robot will only take profit, sell for you when the callback has been achieved. So with that, it helps you to make a good profit. If the coin pumps really well, but if the coins does not pump really well, your 2% might not be complete when the robot wants to sell, because of the coins did not pump really well. Just pump increase to 2% and it dropped back. So you should be getting like around 1.7, 1.6 take profit for a coin that did not pump well. But I just want you to understand the meaning of this whole position take profit callback. Okay, so the default is 0.3. So you can change your own. You can use 0.02, 0.01, 0.0, any number from 0.001 to 0.3. You can use any number you want. I've explained the meaning of the callback for the take profit callback. So we will now enter the margin configuration. This margin configuration is the key, is the basic. If anyone tells you that they are doing Royalq and they don't know what margin configuration is, it means that they don't know about the business. Margin configuration is the base of Royalq. Okay, so I will explain. Margin configuration is what I've explained to you, because crypto price does not, they are not stable. Crypto price are not stable, in the sense that a coin that is pumping today might decide to dump tomorrow. It will come down tomorrow. So what margin causes is what I explained. The robot helps you to be buying at a reduced price, because remember this example, we use margin call limit 7. So at 0.1, 0.2, 0.3, 0.7, margin calls will be displayed from 1 to 0.7. So this is example of the margin configuration page. So you cannot decide to give the drop percentage and the multiple buy-in ratio. So I will explain. This is where the robot sees the commands of the different points. So these points is just reduction. So I can say I want my first call reduction to be 0.5. So once I start the trade and the trade is reduced to 0.5, let the robot use 0.8 times my first buy amount. Any amount it gets, let it use it to buy more quantity of the coin. If you don't understand what I just said now, we'll explain it again in the number 2. This margin call drop means you're telling the robot that if this coin you are trading drops again by 1%, use 0.8 times my first buy amount, which will be in 0.8 times that's my first buy amount, which is 20. Depending, it's just for how to calculate the multiple buy-in amount. The robot will use anything you put here times your first buy. That's why I said first buy-in amount is related to the margin. Because for the robot to buy your margin cost, it must times what you put here in the multiple buy-in ratio with your first buy amount. Anything it will now get, that is what the robot will now use to buy the margin for at that position. So here is margin 1 to 7. If you check your own, you will have this drop. You can decide to use the default drop. You can decide to set your choice. Okay, so that is for the margin configuration. Anytime you enter margin configuration and you edit it, you must click save. Okay, so the next one there is the buy-in callback. Like I said, callback function is what robots added to make is what okay, the buy-in callback is what Royalq added to make the AI robot more effective when he wants to buy. When he wants to buy margin calls, when he wants to buy the first buy amount, there must be it must make sure that the coin has dropped and has started going up. Because in crypto, if you go and buy at $50 and that price of 50 now drop to 20, you know that your money has reduced. If you are trading, your money will reduce because of, but it will be floating. It will be floating because you bought at 50, but the price now is not at 25. So your money will be floating, reduction. We call it floating loss, which means it's showing you that you have to wait for that coin to recover back. So we call it the floating loss. It's floating. So the buying callback means the robots have to wait for this percentage. It's usually from 0.01 to 0.45 or 0.5. So it means that you're telling the robots that, okay, when before you buy any of my margin, allow it to have a callback of 0. Anything you put in, my own is 0.1. It means that if my robot wants to buy or start this trade, it must first observe that this coin has gone down and has increased by this my callback function. So it means that the coins have started reversing. So the robot can buy the margin now. Because if you buy low and sell high, that is when you make profits from Royalq. Okay, so that is for the buy-in callback. The distributed and take profits allocation is for those people that their margin call limit is more than 4. If your margin call limit is no more than 4, you don't have any business in this place. This is the place you are giving the take profits of those margin calls from margin 5 and above. Where they can set individual take profit price. This is where they can set. So I say, okay, the points my robot bought at 7th position, sell it at 5%. The coins that the robot bought at 6, the coins the robot bought at the margin 6, sell it at 4%. So you can set each of the margin based on their percentage you want the robot to take for you. So you can say the fifth position, take 2%. The 6th position, take 4%. The 7th position, take 5%. It means that once the coin starts increasing and it gets to the 7%, the robot will sell this margin. The second one, it will also wait when this one gets to the percent, it will sell. Okay, so that is a distributed take profit allocation. This is where you set your margin call percentage for your order. This is where you for your margin call based on, and this one will only work when you have activated the strategy mode. Please, we'll take note. It will only work when you have activated the strategy mode. The strategy mode to make it to when you select the sub-bin mode real-time settlement, that is when that one will work. Okay, we also have the sub-position take profit callback. So this one is also like almost the same thing with the whole position take profit callback. All those your individual margin from margin 5, margin 6, margin 7. When the robot wants to sell, they take position callback. That is what you set here. Now, the strategy period can either be cycle or one shot. The strategy period can either be cycle or one shot. Cycle or one shot. So I will explain this cycle because that is where in one shot is just plain. One shot means that you're telling the robot that once it executes this trade, you should stop. Don't trade for me again. Leave my capital and my profits in my exchange. Just leave them. Don't touch it again. So that is what one shot means. It will just say make profits for you and stop trading. Okay? So that is one shot. So, but cycle is what we call the autopilot. The robot will continue buying and selling, buying and selling, buying and selling in cycle. Okay, so the first item on the strategy period for cycle is the highest first buy. Highest first buy there is this scenario is when you have been trading a coin when the coin is $0.5. The coin has entered $2, $3, but you are saying that this coin, as now we want to enter bull run, if this coin gets to this coin that started from $0.5, if I feel that if it gets to $30, it will fall massively. So what you do, and you know you have put this trade in cycle, that means because it's going up. You're not telling him that the highest first price is 29. It means that if this coin continues going up from the $0.5, $1, $2, continue trading this coin on cycle. But once the price of this don't first price, now we have the second one, the first position drop. So this one is saying that, okay, if I start a trade, it's always in percentage. This one is saying that this one is just like the preset. You know, we have treated presetting a coin. So this one is just like presetting a coin on cycle mode. In the sense that if you start trading Bitcoin, if it buys and sells, before it buys again, it must wait for this first position drop. It must wait for this drop percent. Well, on this example, it's 2% first position drop. So once it buys and sells, it will not buy immediately. It will wait for a drop. You understand? So it will wait for a drop. For this example now, it will wait for a drop. You can say, let's wait for 1%. If the coin gives me 2% cycle, before it starts another cycle, let it wait for at least half of the drop. When it gets to 1%, let it start the cycle for me. So this is the meaning of it. This particular update for this function was introduced by Royalq. It was not here when we started. So that is how you know a good company. They keep on improving. Okay, so that is the first position drop. It will keep you away from entering huge floating loss. Because when your robot buys and sells, you don't know that once that coin has come from 0.5 to like 30, 40, it will still be buying and sell at that price. Now, a coin that increased from 0.5 to $40, if it drops to 1%, if it drops to $1 now, what will you do? So that is why we activate those trading cycle will use to activate the first drop, first position drop. It also has its disadvantage. The disadvantage is that if you are trading a coin and the coin drop comes to 30%, 40%, and you are trading this coin in cycle, it will only give you that first profit. It will not buy again for that trade because the coin has pumped massively up. So you will not enjoy the cycle, buying and cycle, buying and cycle, buying and selling, buying and selling, buying. You will not enjoy it because of after the first buy and sell, the robot will wait for the coin to come back by this your percentage. It should reduce by the percentage so that it will not start another cycle again and start trading. So once the trade comes set, it will not buy that trade again. It will wait for the price to reduce again and then enter the trade again. So that is the first position drop. So cooling off periods. This one is a cycle. Yeah, just instead of you using percentage now for the coin to drop, instead of you to use the first position drop, which is in percentage, you can use the number of cycles. Okay, if Bitcoin is pumping now and it sells and the trade is on cycle, you don't want Bitcoin to buy immediately, so you are delaying Bitcoin for like 60 seconds. That is 1 minute, a minute. So you are delaying it, Bitcoin, to see if under that 1 minute it will reduce that. So that is the meaning of the cooling off period, to delay. So that is it. That is it on the trade settings. That's anything on the multiple, the margin configuration. So I've explained the margin call drop is the percentage if the coin is reducing, the different points at the coin is reducing. You get some points, you understand? Point 1, point 2, point 3, point 4. First call, second call, third call, fourth, fifth call, sixth call. So it's like this up to the margin call limits for here. For this example, it's 7. So here you put the number of percentage drop. The higher the gap, the slower the robot gets to buy the margin. But the lower the gap, the lower the margin call, the faster is your robot to buy any margin call. If I change it to 5 now, this account, this robot will delay before it can buy the floating, before it can buy this margin call, because you have increased it to 5. But if you see someone putting it to 5, it means that this person have plenty of margins and it wants to be buying faster and be selling, so his profit or her profit can be coming faster. So that is it on this side. The margin call drop that is on the left is to tell the position where the robot will buy margin. The multiple buy-in ratio on my right is telling you how many times the first buy will the robot use to buy the margin calls. So if your first buy is like 30 and you want to use 20 to buy margin calls, what do? You do 20 divided by 30. You get 0.6. You put here 0.6. So that is how you do it to get the times you want the robot to use to buy more quantity of the coin. Okay, so you can put 0.6 times the first buy amount, which is 15. You get the amount the robot will use to buy that particular first margin. So if the first buy is 15, you do 15 times 0.6. So you get, okay, no, our first is, for this example, should be 20, yes, 20. So do, I want to use 15 to buy each margin. We will do 15 divided by 20. So we get 0.25, 0.75. So we put it here. 0.75. So it's only 2, 0.75. The drop, you can put 4, you can put 3.5. So let's say the margin you save, let's say the margin call for this trade is just, that's the margin call limit. So you see it's 2. Then you save. Okay, then you save. So please, do you have any other questions? This is the summary of the parameters for Royalq trade settings. Please, if you have any questions, go ahead and ask. Thank you. Without sharing, I'm taking up on you.
Thank you so much, Leader George. Please, if you have questions, let's ask, please. Questions can come in. You can either unmute yourself or use the chat box. Please, let's ask questions. Are we clear on the whole topic of today? We have things that we are still not clear on. Please, let's ask questions before we round up to Zoom. Please, you can unmute yourself and ask questions. We don't like to ask questions on Zoom, but inbox is always full of questions.
Yeah, good evening, everyone.
Good evening,
Leader
sir.
George, that is job well done. You have really done very, very great, and I appreciate you. More wisdom for you in the mighty name of Jesus. I hope everybody can hear me.
Yes.
Can hear you clearly.
Okay, so once again, I want to appreciate the leadership of this team. Everybody, I really want to appreciate you, the host and every other person. Well, I have listened to what that you've said. It is this night that I'm just getting to understand how to set up a trade. But my upline did a very good job. He took me by hand. But this night I just decided to practice, just to set up a trade on my own without even having to ask him anything. And I was able to get it a little bit. But with this tutorial you have just given us, you really make a good point, and I really understand it better. But where I have some question is this: as a starter, maybe someone that has $100 that is trading with $100, you know, what strategy is best for such person that has trading capital of just $100? What is the best strategy for the person to use, this circle or one shot? That's my first question. And my second question is, what is the recommended margin calls for an $100 trade on one shot? What is the recommended? I'm asking all these questions because I'm a newbie. I hope I'm making point. Hello?
Yes, you're making points.
So those are the
That's
two
your
questions.
two questions.
For now, yeah, for now.
So you said the first one is.
Hello. I said the first question
is
is that which strategy is the best for
when I was giving example,
somebody who is trading,
yes,
who has trading capital of $100.
$100. When I was giving an example, I used 50 and 100. So when I used 100, I started with $20. That $80 that is remaining, I now divided it into $11. I now got 7. So the highest margin calls you can use on a $100 trading capital is 7. We encourage you to use more margin calls on your trades because trading with margin calls gives you the assurance that even if this coin drops in price, Global will still be making profits for you if you activate the strategy mode, the sub-being rate time settlement. Okay, so it's $100. You are supposed to start with at least 20. Use 80 to set up margin calls. At least 7 can go. 7 is the highest you can use from $100 trading capital. So I believe I've answered your first and your second question. So do you have any other one?
Okay,
You
I would like to
cannot.
answer the first question. The best strategy for $100 is one shot. Don't do circle, please, because you don't have enough capital to cover a good amount of drop. So please stick to one shot. That's the best strategy to use. So do we have any other question? Does anyone have any other question? Doesn't have to be on this topic.
Hello. I have other question, and that's the last question I have for today. Hello.
Yeah, please go ahead.
Yeah,
You can hear.
I was trying to buy the Bybit wallet, but I could not get it. I even tried to watch YouTube video, and the method being described in the being showcased in the video. I tried it; it was not working out. I did all I could. I could not even locate API binding on Bybit. So I don't know if there is anybody in the house that has done such, that has binded Bybit before, that can just do a tutorial or something for us on that. Or probably if such could be posted on the group for people to understand. Because why I wanted to bind my Bybit is because I lost my email, blah blah blah. So I could not access my Binance. And to open another Binance account, I have to undergo some things. So I need to bind another account. The OKS I banned, I discovered that anytime signal is dropped on the group, like today, there was a signal drop, Lina USDT. That currency pair, I could not find it on OKS. I could not find it. So I discovered that I've missed about 2 signals. So, and leader George answered that question when I posted on the group that Binance is most preferred because all these coins are available on Binance. And I also discovered that most of these coins are also available on Bybit. So that's why I think going for Bybit alternative would be better. So please, I hope you can understand what I'm trying to say. Hello?
Yes, yes. On the
So
group, chat me,
that's it.
chat me. I will send you or chat me. I'll show you. Send you the Bybit video. You watch it and you see
Okay.
your Bybit.
Okay. Okay. Thank you very much. Thank you.
You're welcome. So do you have another question?
Do we have any other question, please, before we round up? We don't ask questions on the Zoom, but we are always in the DMs. All right, so I believe we do not have any other questions. And we'll be rounding up our Zoom today. If you're new here, question, please. Unmute yourself and you can ask your question.
Yeah, hello, good evening, team. Mr. George, good evening. Yes. Please, I'm very sorry. I was just my phone had some issue, so I'm just coming back onto the meeting just now. My question it's with regards to the brother that just spoke about Bybit. Please, if a person is going to bind Binance and then bind Bybit all through Royalq API binding, how is the trading going to become, please? I don't know. Please, that's what I want you to explain to me, please. If you bind both Binance and Bybit, how are you going to be trading? Please. Thank you.
All right. You've asked me this question before and I answered you. It's the same robot. You are going to be using the same settings. It's nothing different. So I think when you asked me the question before, you were asking me, oh, once I bind my Bybit, which strategy will I be using? It's the same robot. Just
No,
because you
no.
are using. Mhm.
Sorry, madam. Yes, yes. What I'm trying to get is, I have binded my Royalq to Binance and Bybit. So if I'm going to trade, is it that I'll be switching in the Royalq? I'll be switching if I'm going, for example, there's a signal, so I want to trade. I will have to go to that section where the API binding is and then choose the
No,
exchange I want to, yes.
it's not the API binding. It's in your home screen where you see Binance.
Yes.
You just switch to your preferred
Exchanger.
let me see if I can share my screen so I can show you.
All right. All right. All right. Thank you.
Yeah. Okay, I believe you can see my screen.
Yes. Yes.
I'm just going to show you the place, this place. This is where you do the changes. You can see here is Binance.
Yes. Yes.
So
Yes. Yes.
what you
Yes.
do when you want to trade on Bybit, you just click on it, look for Bybit, and then you
Then.
switch, and then you set up your trade. You have to make sure that you have trading capital in your Bybit already, and then you
Yeah.
have binded it. If it's HTX, which is formerly known as Huobi, it has to be it has to be on Huobi. So yeah, so you have
Yes.
to
Yeah.
always remember to actually switch it. For some people, because the default is Binance, but some people use other exchanges like HTX, Bybit. So since the default is Binance, you have to always remember to change to your preferred exchange. So yeah, you you go for it. Not the API place. No, this is where
All
you change. So yeah,
all right. All right. And then that means the fuel fee is the same for all the exchanges.
yeah, it's the same. Still the
All right.
same assets. Yeah, it takes your profit from your assets.
All right. All right. Thank you very much, madam. Thank you. Thank you. Really appreciate it. Thank you.
You're welcome. Have any
Good evening.
good evening, sir.
Sorry, I came late. I'm sorry for that. I'm just coming back from work now.
No problem. We recorded the Zoom. We'll be uploading it later today, so you can always watch it and catch up on
But
what you missed.
okay, but can I ask question?
Sure.
Okay, I'm just new. Just a week or just let's say a week now, 2 weeks. You know, but so my the person that introduced me to this he helped me. When I sub like when I subscribe. I send money to him. So I don't know, he convert it and help me to recharge. But now I want to change it to euro. I don't want to send money to Nigeria again. I just want to, buy it here and subscribe. So I'm just having I don't know. Since how many days now I'm trying to do the thing, but I don't know how to do it. And the guy, I don't think he know how to convert it to euro.
Um, we have someone that is in Europe, with that deal. That deal will be assisting you on that. He has more experience than us. Because over here we're in Nigeria, so I believe that deal can help you. So just signify on the group so that he can locate you and assist you on what you want.
So can you give me his number?
I am here. I'm here in
Still,
the Zoom.
just with that Dio is on the group. You can find him on the group. He's an admin on the group. So yeah.
Dr. What?
Just you know what?
Tap on the
Just type on the group
administrator.
just type on the group. Tommy Dio. That's him speaking.
I'm the one here.
Okay,
I'm
That's
the
the Tommy Dio.
Lazare Tommy Dio.
Yeah.
Okay, bro.
Yes, I'm the one.
I beg, please, I will, the thing is giving me headache since, and
Yeah.
the guy that introduced me to this, he say he don't understand we only know how to convert with a dollar or something like that. So for me to be going in Western Union all the time to send money to Nigeria, I
Yeah.
don't
Then
really have that time because
I'm indoors tomorrow. You just text me tomorrow. Then you see if we can talk.
but can I have maybe I can have your contact now. I don't know.
It is there. It is there now. It is there in the administration. You are in the
Are you
group.
on the group?
Yeah, you are in
You're
the
on the
group.
group. Search for that Dio now. Search for Tom Dio. He's on
Are
the
you
group
in
too.
our forum?
Okay.
Are you in our forum?
Yeah.
Is there?
Yeah.
Then yeah, I'm there.
Okay.
I just sent a last message now that somebody we name Emmanuel is trying to calling people at random. So click on that message and you reply. You see my number there. You click on it and reply to me direct.
Oh, okay. All right. Thank you.
Yeah, it's easy.
All right. Do we have any last question before we round up? Okay, thank you so much, everyone, for attending today's Zoom. If you are new, you do not have an activated robot, please get back to the person that invited you to this Zoom. They are going to send you a link. That link you used to register. Please don't directly go to Play Store and App Store and download the Royalq app as they are fakes on there. So the person that invited you to this Zoom is going to send you a link. Use the link to register. After registering, they'll guide you on how to activate your robot and also add it to our WhatsApp group where you start gaining the knowledge on how to properly instruct your robot. Our Zoom time and days, Mondays and Thursdays, 8:30 p.m. Nigerian time, we're always here. Please endeavor to always come early, please. If you come early, we start early and we round up early. Is it possible to post the recording this night? Yes, I would try as much as I can to do that. Get the recording ready. I'll post it on the group. Thank you so much, everyone, for taking out time, showing your business the desired time, and also coming out here to seek the knowledge. We'll see you on Monday. Enjoy your weekend and have a nice day. Stay learning and stay earning. Good night, everybody, and bye.
So good night.